Peace and blessing, brothers and sisters, kings and queens, gods and goddesses. Welcome back to the Urban Bread Podcast, Birth of a Nation. I'm going to go ahead and give thanks to the Most High Mother and Father, our spiritual team, our angels who go out and protect us, our ancestors, and our cosmic family. I'm here to do a reading for the collective, so please only take what resonates and leave what does not, okay? I'm going to go ahead and clear the energy. I ask that all low vibrational and chaotic entities and energy is removed, and that all entities and energies that walk in light and high vibration remain. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into the reading. Let me go ahead and put on these glasses because y'all know I cannot see without them. And we're going to see what Spirit has to show us today. I hope everyone is having a great day so far. You know what? I'm not going to start out with these regular tarot. Let me jump right on in and let's get in with the What's the Tea Oracle, okay? So let me see what's going on with that. Can y'all hear me okay out there? Let me go ahead and make sure that my volume is all the way up. Okay. Make sure that y'all can hear me okay. Hope everyone is having a great Thursday so far. Maybe this video will give you some confirmation on some things. First card to come out is bankrupt. Next card come out, bad reputation. Woo. Oh my goodness, next card to come out is broke ass. Let me tell you something. I don't know if someone is out there having some trouble with their finances, but these three cards, the bankrupt card to come out, the bad reputation, and the broke ass to come out. I'm seeing that maybe somebody is having some money problems right now, some financial problems. And with the bad reputation, that could mean that this person is not good with money. I don't know if this is you or maybe someone that you had around you that's not good with money. So if you've been having some issues, whether you're in a relationship, not in a relationship, whether you're around, family members or friends, I don't know if maybe some of them had some issues with money or some money problems, but we're going to go ahead and try to clarify the money problems. I'm going to go ahead and pull from my regular tarot and see if we can go ahead and clarify those cards. Okay? But right now, something's going on with somebody's finances, and I hope and pray that it's not you. So I hope this is not your energy, and if it is, I'm going to pray for that as well. Next card to come out, and it is the Four of Pentacles, and it came out in the reverse. Yeah, this whole thing is dealing with finances. You had somebody in your energy that was being greedy, very possessive, overspending. I always say those people that try to live above their means or keep up with the Joneses, but somebody was being very greedy and maybe using you. Looked like you had a user. Using you for your finances, trying to come up off of you. Let's see if you're still in that energy or if you moved away from it, or if you're being called to move away from it. The next one came up, Queen of Wands, and upright. Yeah, this is not your energy at all because you came out as the Queen of Wands. We have fire signs out there, right? Yeah, you're focused on your independence. You're determined. Your joy is being restored, but you had somebody in your energy. This card came out, and it has to do with juggling, okay? So this is the Two of Pentacles. And with the Two of Pentacles come out, yeah, somebody was juggling you, okay? And when I say juggling you, they could have been juggling you with another person. Maybe that's why you realized why your finances were dwindling or the money wasn't adding up or something, because somebody was juggling you. They had more than you. You weren't the only one on their radar, and they had a problem keeping a balance with it because they had multiple priorities, right? but you are the Queen of Wands. You sit on your throne and kind of just watch how things play out. So you're obviously not with this person no more, and the reason why you're not with them is because they were using you. They were using you for your finances. Like I said, this particular reading is based off of finances. It's based on somebody using you. It's based on somebody trying to live above their means, and it's based on them having like a bad reputation, maybe a player. Maybe they just go around using women, or go around using men. But it caused you to go into bankrupt. It caused your money to start disappearing, and it was disappearing, like I said, because that person was juggling, and that person was spending money where they shouldn't have been. So they was either using your money, or I don't know. It doesn't say that you were using theirs. So let me clarify some more. So pretty much you were getting used for your finances. So if you were wondering why a person was with you, it was pretty much for what they could gain off of you and what they could get from you, and it had absolutely everything to do with your finances and maybe what position you could put them in. So the next one came up was the Emperor. Yeah, you definitely had somebody in your energy that was using you, because the Emperor came out. And we also have fire signs out here again for Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. I don't know if we have any Aries, Leos, or Sagittarius out there, but you were definitely being used, and you're sitting on your throne as the Emperor right now, because you're no longer in that energy. I'm gonna pull from my Urban Truth Oracle because I want to clarify some more of what's going on with these finances, and who was it that was using you. Who did you allow to use you? Because it doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic relationship. It could have been a friendship or a family dynamic that you were in. Because family could use you just as much as friends. Damn, this one come out. Okay, not this again. The same drama returns. You're tired because It's familiar. This time you see it clearly. Yeah, you learned the lesson. Okay, you learned to start pouring yourself and moving away from people that were only using you, and mainly using you for your finances, for whatever it is that you could give to them, or whatever it is that you bring to the table. So, and for a lot of y'all have learned some very valuable lessons, and I know it felt like you were on like a karmic cycle. Really, that's because you were. You had a person that was using you. You had more than one person that was using you, because the Not This Again card came out, meaning that it's the same drama, just a different person with a different face. You have to learn to not be so overgiving. Like, we all have to learn that. You have to kind of like play your part. Stop giving to people that really don't deserve it. Stop pouring into people that's not pouring into you. And God forbid, if anything was to happen and you were to go down and wouldn't be able to take care of yourself, you're going to realize that the same person or the same people not going to be there for you. It's kind of one of them things when people say, start checking on your strong friends. So obviously you are the strong friend, or the strong one in the group or the relationship or the family, where everybody feel like they have to lean on you and lean on you for your finances. But if you keep giving and giving to people, and not putting nothing in, or you know what I'm saying, nobody's putting in with you, then you definitely going to go bankrupt. Your bills going to start piling up, everything. You know what I'm saying? Because you have way more going out than you have coming in. Okay. So if you've been on that karmic cycle, and you noticing some of the red flags and some of the same things, and you notice that your money is starting to disappear again, and it's starting to feel familiar, that's because you still have not learned that lesson. You are still over giving. You are still spreading yourself thin. Okay. And once again, it's messing with your finances. For a lot of y'all, this is not the first time, second time, or the third time. You get in and out of these relationships, you get in and out of these friendships, and you notice that you're the only one treating. You're the only one saying, hey, let's go out to eat. You're the only one saying, hey, let's go shopping, or some of that. Like, they're not giving back to you. It's not reciprocal. So you are being called to stop giving to relationships and friendships, and the people that don't reciprocate the same to you. Okay. Let me pull some more. Spill the tea. Conversations are happening without you. Information spreads fast. Expect hidden truth to surface. Your value doesn't decrease with rejection. You bring something real. Confidence builds from within. Yeah, you got to start knowing your worth, okay? You have to start knowing your worth. That way you can come into a balance. Your relationships have been off balance because you are the only one that's been putting in. You're the only one that's been giving and giving, okay? So when the spill the tea comes out, conversations are happening. Yeah, people are talking now, and I'm pretty sure when it says hidden truth, that hidden truth is maybe you coming to the realization and you gaining clarity that you had some users in your midst, that you had a lover that was using you, that you had a friend that was using you, you had a family member that was using you, and conversations were definitely being had without you knowing. Like they were probably trying to downplay your whole relationship, probably pretending like I'm not that into her, I'm not that into him, or I don't like him like he think, all the other shit that they just saying. And it's true. And I'm sorry that you had to kind of learn a harsh reality, but you have to realize when people are using you, and you have to realize when people are using you for a come up, using you for clout, okay? Because all of these cards that came out, that's speaking on finances, that's speaking on bankrupt, that's speaking on you having a broke motherfucker around you or whatever. They weren't trying to put in on nothing. They weren't trying to reciprocate nothing, but they had you doing all the damn work. And for a lot of y'all out there, for even a lot of my women that's just taking care of some of these men and letting them use you. They sleeping all around town, going, probably messing with your friends, or, just doing all that shit, trying to downplay y'all relationship. You are learning some lessons to stop giving to those people, okay? And if you have family members that's using you, people are juggling you. People, it's crazy how they can ask you for everything. Because a lot of people will borrow from you just to give to somebody else. A lot of times it's not even for them. That's how you know somebody using you. They're gonna come and take from you to give to somebody else, right? But when you need it, they don't have it. They never had it. They didn't have it to begin with. That's why the broke ass came out, okay? They never had it, and they were really making a come up off of you and shining out for you. You just couldn't see it. But I feel like now you are really gaining some clarity. And if you haven't, hopefully this is clarity and confirmation for you to stop over giving to a situation. Stop depleting yourself, your finances, your bank account. Stop giving, and never receiving anything in return, okay? Because a lot of y'all are going into bankruptcy behind, them trying to keep up with the Joneses, behind them trying to keep up a certain facade, of showing people that they got it like that, when really it's you that's making all the money and that's putting you in these positions. You ever see how sometimes and I'm a female, so I can only right now I'm gonna speak from a female point of view, but I know it happens to our men as well. But you ever see like you can get with somebody and you can pour into them, and maybe you could be making the money. Then next thing you know, here come another female, thinking that she gonna get what you got, thinking she's gonna be treated the way you being treated, but not really knowing that all the money and all the treating came from you. Not knowing that you are the one that had this man in the position, or you are the one that had this female in the position, and the other person thinking that, it was them. Oh, if I get them, if I take them, then I'm gonna be the same way. I'm gonna be living here, I'm gonna be driving that. And then when they get that person, they realize that the person wasn't shit, that they was a broke ass. They really had a come up off of you. And so now they are in the position that you were once in. And if it don't feel so good, I'm pretty sure they want to get their ass back now. So I'm gonna pull some more from our Urban Truth Oracle. You are definitely being called to stop overgiving to a situation. And the thing that you need to stop overgiving the most is your money, is your finances. Because y'all have some people out there that's just really been using the hell out of y'all. Okay? And like I said, maybe this is confirmation for some of y'all. I'm not gonna lie. I sometimes I have to stop my dude from doing certain things. He's so good to me, and I'm glad and I'm appreciative. But I don't never want him to feel like that I'm just using it, or that he has to give me this. I know how to reciprocate. I know how to give back. I know how to make things like evenly yoked. And I'm not saying people like don't do nice things for your girl or don't do nice things for your man. But what I'm saying is it has to be reciprocated. Like you need to show him, the same amount of love that he shows you. And if he's a giving person, then you need to be giving. You don't have to keep track of how much or who's giving the most. But what I'm saying is be appreciative, be humble. Give thanks, show gratitude. That's what I stay in all day. Because I don't never want a person to feel that I'm just taking from them and not being appreciative and not giving back. So, but there are times when you will see relationships like that, and maybe some of y'all have been in relationships like that where you have just got used the fuck out of. Like, And sometimes people, they don't have no remorse. They have no conscience. They play on your maybe your insecurities, and they play on your emotions, and you just give until you have nothing. So for those of you out there that that's not having anything being reciprocated back to you, you being called to pull your energy back from some certain things and from certain people, and to stop, giving all your damn money. Like, you work hard. If you work hard for your money and you know you have other things to do, stop going into bankrupt behind people that don't mean you no good. Stop, spending your last and giving your last to a person that you know wouldn't do the same for you. And for some of y'all, for some of us, I had to learn too. You've done it more than once, more than twice, more than three times, and you wonder why your bank account keep going down. You wonder why maybe, you can't move forward or go no higher. Why you can't elevate, like, financially. And that's because you have too many people pulling on your energy financially. Okay, and that shit could start weighing you down. That it really will. My next card: overreaction mode. Someone is blowing it out of proportion. Emotions are louder than truth. Drama heats up in face. Yeah. So if you fell out with somebody and maybe fell out behind finances, I can tell you right now, that's why some things being discussed behind your back, because they're not gonna tell nobody, oh, he mad because I didn't pay him back, or she mad because I didn't pay her back, or whatever. And they blowing things out of proportion and trying to, how people. I always say people will remember every. No, people won't remember the times you said yes, yes, yes. You can say yes to a person 30 times, 40 times, 50 times. But that one time you say no, they're going to remember that. They're going to try to act like you the most selfish, stingiest person in the world. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you think you all that, and like you don't help nobody. But what people don't realize is when you start accumulating your wealth, when you start, bringing yourself and your family up out of poverty, it's not up to you to go back and just say the next person. Yeah, sometimes you may be able to help somebody, but it's not up to you every time you start winning, or every time your finances, start rising in your bank account, like your bank account getting fat or whatever. It's not up to you to go take care of everybody else and pay everybody bills. And I seen some people, like, I don't care. I don't care if you won the lottery. I don't care if all of a sudden you got signed. Like football. Professional football players, professional athletes. Basketball, football. I don't care. Like my daughter, rapper. I don't care. When those people make it, it's crazy that you have some family, that feel like you have to help them. If you went to school and you got your degree and now you making way more money, you don't have to go back and help your sister, your brother, your cousin, your auntie, your uncle. You don't have to do that. If you, out of the kindness of your heart, want to do something for somebody, and you decide, okay, I'm going to get this to my auntie, I'm going to get this to my cousin, I'm going to get this to my sister. Okay, let it be that. But some of y'all will make people feel like they got that degree for y'all to take care of the whole family. Stop doing that shit, because I'm not going to lie. That shit used to make me feel guilty and feel bad, and it started weighing on me, because I know that I had some people that felt like whenever I got something that I had to give to them, or whatever, I was happy and had some good news. It could have been a promotion, it could have been a new job, I don't care what it is, and then family looking at you all crazy or whatever, like you acting different now because you got this or you got that. Bitch, I'm happy. And why can't you just be happy for me? But you do have some family and some friends will make you feel bad about leveling up, okay? Stop. Those are the relationships that you know that you don't even need to be in or be around no more, okay? Those people are not your tribe, just because people are blood don't make them family, okay? So y'all need to start realizing that. And just because you're in a relationship with someone and you could be married to somebody, okay, that don't mean that they don't use you, because you could very well be married to somebody for 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, and then you realize 20 years down the road that you really got used for all those fucking years. Meanwhile, you thinking that you just doing your part by being a wife or doing your part by being a husband, and you really were getting taken advantage of and you couldn't see it. But when you start waking up and realize it, and the universe start giving y'all those nudges, you need to start paying attention. You hold on sometimes to people way longer than you are supposed to, which is why you stay on those karmic cycles, which is why, you keep feeling the way that you are feeling. When God trying to push you out there and show you something different and show you the people that's using you, get out of your head and get out of your feelings and get out of your emotions, because leaving them behind is the best thing that you could do. Because if you know that you're not going nowhere, you're not elevating, you know that you stay broke, you can't come up off of nothing, then that's not the person for you. You are not evenly yoked, and y'all need to start realizing that. I'm not gonna lie to you, through the years, I have seen grandmothers and mothers, that have put their house up, for their child, because maybe they got in trouble with the law, and don't want them to go to prison, maybe try to get an attorney, then put their house up for people and end up losing it, and can't get it back. And then that child out there still doing the same shit. Mama done lost her house, grandpa done lost their house, and they don't even give a shit, because they still out there being crash dummies. Don't do that. Do not do that at all. If they did the crime, let them do the time. Stop trying to lose everything that you have to save that wayward child, or to save that brother, or save that sister, that auntie, that uncle. Stop doing that shit, okay? Maybe that's God trying to show you and them that it's time for you to go sit your ass down somewhere. And that's probably the best place they need to be. But sometimes we let people overuse us. I have a card that failed. Let me go ahead and pick it up, because obviously it was meant to come out. Okay, the sun card came out, and it came out in the reverse, right? Fire signs. We have a lot of fire signs out there. Okay, but it came out in the reverse. Yeah, so if the sun card came out in the reverse, it has like your inner child. You feeling down, depressed, sad. You feeling that way because you have been being used for so long. A lot of sometimes it takes for several relationships or several people to come in and out of your life for you to feel like, or for you to realize that you are being used. Okay, so go ahead and wake up. Let this be clarity, and let this be confirmation for some of y'all, baby. You have been used, okay? You have been getting used. I know you feel it. I know you see it, but you scared to go ahead and cut that cord. Go ahead and cut that cord. Go ahead and remove yourself and detach from that person or those people that are using the shit out of you. If you want the confirmation, this is your confirmation. This is your clarity. Yes, you are being used. Yes, they just taking your money, doing what the hell they want to do with it, probably spending it on other men, spending it on other women. Okay, go ahead and end that shit. I don't care who it is. Go ahead and remove your energy from that situation, because you definitely deserve better, but you have to know and believe that you deserve better. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pull one more card, and then I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. But this card has everything to do with your finances. So if you were wondering, this is your clarity. The moon came out, and came out in the reverse. Yeah, some of y'all holding on to people out of fear, because you don't want to be alone. And but you misinterpreting things. Being that the moon came out in the reverse, there is a misinterpretation of things. See, some people sometimes we tend to forget or don't realize what love is. Love is not going to use the shit out of you until you deplete it, okay? Love is going to reciprocate back to you. Whatever you put in a relationship or a family or whatever, they're going to give it back, and sometimes tenfold. If somebody's just using you, never putting in, don't care if you lose your house, don't care if you lose your car, still got the nerve to ask you for shit, that's not love, okay? Stop, take off them rose-colored glasses and start seeing people and start seeing things in relationships for who and what they really are. Start knowing when you have a user around you and a user in your midst, and stop overplaying your damn part, Stop. A lot of us sometimes when they say stop doing wifey shit for a fuck boy, stop doing husband shit and hubby shit for a fuck girl, okay? If you notice that she not putting into you and she not pouring into you, then stop doing all the things that you are doing for her, or even for them, okay? Some of us have had to learn some very, very harsh lessons. It doesn't feel good when you realize and you finally wake up and say, you know what, I get it now. This person has been using the hell out of me, okay? Let me go ahead and turn that light on for y'all, okay? That light bulb, get that hamster spinning inside your head. Wake up, okay? Let me ring my bell. Wake the fuck up, because you are being used. You have been being used. Spirit has been trying to show you and been trying to give you these nudges and tell you to get these people out of your life, out of your energy, out of your house, but you wasn't listening, okay? Don't wait until you have to file bankrupt and you lose everything for you to realize that you've been used, okay? That is my message for today. I hope that it gave you some confirmation and some clarity. Okay? Go ahead and start cleaning house, y'all. All right? See y'all next time.